Naoya Inoue beats TJ Deheny. Let's get into it. Hello, welcome to me. Yes, I hope you're all well. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell for all future videos. So, just finished watching the Naoya Inoue fight against TJ Deheny, however you pronounce his name. Anyway, it was a really good fight. I thought it was really technical. I was really enjoying how Deheny was actually taking it to Inoue, and he was finding him southpaw stance for most of it. He switched up in the 5th or 6th round for just about 30 seconds and then went back to southpaw. But he was finding range. He was moving around. He was feinting a lot. And Inoue was really slow in just trying to work him out, figure him out. And he was taking a couple of shots. But then as the rounds progressed, he was finding his mark a lot more. But what was really noticeable from the very first round, where they were just sort of tapping each other out and feeling each other out, Inoue was going for the body. He was going for the body a lot more. And as the rounds went on from 2nd to 3rd to 4th, you could definitely see that's what he was doing. He was definitely very aware of Deheny's ability and the tactics he was employing. He was very defensive in many ways, but he just kept on going after the body, then started to pick him off as the rounds went on. Now, don't get me wrong, this wasn't all one-sided Inoue, far from it. It was kind of even for a couple of rounds there, and I actually had a couple of rounds going to Deheny as well. So it was a slow start by Inoue, but I think it's on purpose. It was purposeful. When it came into about 6th round, I think it was, Inoue just changed his tactics completely. He actually invited Deheny onto him, and he was just saying, right, okay, you come forward, let's just see what you got. But he just kept on going to the body. Then as those rounds went on, the 4th, 5th, and 6th, then Inoue was starting to find headshots as well. So they were both pointing off each other, as it were. But you could feel that Inoue was gathering pace, it was gathering momentum, it was building up to a finish. You could feel it, and definitely in the 6th you got that feeling at the end of the 6th. Then into the 7th, and Inoue just sort of started to take control, and it's going after those body shots. And then Inoue landed a left hook body shot at the start of the combination. And then all of a sudden Deheny just kind of said no, stop, and then he kind of stumbled a little bit, and then he took a knee, and then the ref said, okay, no, waved it all off. And Inoue was just sort of stood there going, what's going on? What's happened? And it wasn't as if it was a body shot that had hurt him. What it appears to have been was some kind of muscular issue in his back. And I don't know if you've ever had a muscle injury to your back, but also it will take your wind away. If you just turn one way and it catches you, all of a sudden it'll be, and it just takes your breath away. So, I'm not surprised that he's just said, he's thrown in the towel, as it were, or taken a knee on that, because, he's not going to be able to carry on. But it was almost like it was just gathering pace. It was just getting to the point where Inoue was just going to start unloading on him, and we could have seen what the game plan was all about. Be defensively astute, just start to break him down in the body, then start to open him up upstairs as well. And then as you got into the second half of the fight, unleash hell, as it were, and then it's telling him what's what, as it were. And I thought we were just about to get there. Deheny was getting marked up quite a lot from the 2nd round, I believe it was, 2nd or 3rd round, he was getting marked up quite a lot. And certainly in the 6th round, you could really see Deheny seemed to be tiring out. He seemed to be letting his guard down, letting his hands down a little bit more. He was more open. He wasn't as mobile as he was in the early rounds as well. And, this, I would imagine this is all coming from the body shots as well. Because, in terms of pointing and headshots, they were kind of going like for me, but it was Inoue who was really hurting him with those consistent body shots. And look, it counted really, obviously, didn't it? But say that one body shot, whether that caused the damage or whether he just twisted as he was maneuvering Deheny, that's obviously what caused the damage, and quite rightly so. No embarrassment for Deheny whatsoever for pulling the plug on that one, because if you're injured, you're injured. You can't fight on. But my gut feeling is that Inoue would have won anyway. The momentum was there, and it was just so amazing just to watch a fighter of Inoue's class, pound for pound, right up there. It's always going to be the case. Is he number 1, 2, or 3 pound for pound? I would put him at a firm number 2. behind Usyk. Because just the way he's convincing in the way he takes apart his opponents, I just think is absolutely amazing. And he's always great on the offensive, but now he's showing us that he's going to take his time and just tighten up all his defenses as well. And it's almost like we've found, or not we found, but he's shown us that he is the complete fighter who was still willing to learn, still able to adapt, and just improve on those areas, those micro areas, those minute areas that just need attention, where a much better fighter or an elite fighter would be able to expose. And he's just saying, no, hold on a minute. I'm just going to tighten everything up there, and I'm going to show you what's what. You know, Deheny put on a decent display, actually a very good display. Southpaw stance, as I say, and he was finding his mark as well. So it was kind of even Stevens, I would say, you know, fourth, fifth round, let's say. And then I knew he just kind of stepped it up, and you could see he was just, right, I've worked you out, you know, I've played with you a little bit, and now I'm just going to start piling on the pressure, and away we go. But again, it wasn't, let's say, a spectacular display from Inoue, but I think it was just a fantastic display. And it wasn't a fantastic fight in terms of entertainment, I didn't think, but what it was just a very technical fight from both fighters, and they were both giving it as well. So I really enjoyed it. Now, why this fight was on a Tuesday night in Tokyo, I have no idea, but there we go. A lunchtime brawl for us in the UK to enjoy, and it was good. It was a great fight. I mean, you know, does this mean that Inoue is number one pound for pound? No, I'd still put him where he was before. He's number two. You know, I just don't think Deheny was the kind of level of opponent that really had to bring out of Inoue something that would put him at number one, if you know what I mean. You know, you have to find another fighter. Now, whether Inoue stays there or not, I don't know, in terms of this weight class, or whether he's ever going to come out of Tokyo to fight. I mean, you know, that's his home, really. He's getting 60,000 watching him anyway. You kind of ask, well, why should he? You know, he's undisputed. They've got to take it away from him. But I'm sure there are lots and lots of negotiations behind the scenes with Turki Al-Sheikh to try and get him onto one of the Saudi Riyadh cards. I would not be surprised if that happens in the future, and what a spectacle that would be as well. But as I say, really interesting fight, but it's almost like it was a bit of a dull end to the fight, almost like a, you know, tumbleweed, you know, was rolling down the road. Everyone's going, well, what's going on? What's happening? But there we go. Listen, it was a decent fight from both fighters, I thought, but Inoue just was building up his class and building up to a victory, an inevitable victory, I thought. But let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Did you see the fight as I saw it, that Inoue was just building up and it was just going to be inevitable? Did you think it was kind of even Stevens before then? What do you think of Deheny? Do you think he was, you know, putting on decent display? I thought he was, but, you know, whatever age he was, 36, 37 years old, against Inoue's, you know, I think the mileage was starting to show by the fourth and fifth round, and his age was starting to show, whereas Inoue's wasn't. He was just kind of building into the fight. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell for all future videos, and I will catch you again. Another video coming very soon. Bye now.